Hello everyone. So in this video, I want to talk about learning to hold the union and really the process that you're going through on this journey to come back to the union, the divine union. And this is really a process of merging the energies, merging masculine and feminine. We're going through a unification of energy. This is an alchemical process, first and foremost. So when you get activated, you feel the oneness of your soul with your twin. That's when you're in that energy of union. When you split, that's when the energies move apart. They split again into separation. So what you felt at the beginning, that bubble love, is going to grow over the course of this journey. And what you're learning on this journey is to be able to hold the energy of union, that oneness. And this is an energy that starts to grow on this journey. This is one field of consciousness. This is one field of masculine and feminine. And so it's no longer you split into polarity as you were at the beginning of the journey. You were in that separation consciousness. You're in your, just yourself. You are now coming into one field of consciousness, unity with another aspect of you, another aspect of your soul, which is your masculine or your feminine, your divine counterpart. And this is an energetic process that starts to build over the course of this journey. This is an energetic journey where you're coming into the oneness of your soul. So you're no longer split in polarity, and you have to be able to hold this energy of union, which is what I want to dive into this in this video, because what's happening on this journey is that we're collapsing that inner duality, we're collapsing that inner separation, we're going through our journey, our individual journey and separation of coming into our own soul alignment, that inner union. And this is what's really important on this journey. This is the first step of this journey, that inner union, that inner alignment. As you're coming into your inner union, you're also merging with your twin's energy as well, because the soul is trying to unify back into one. And that's this process. Okay, so it's not a physical connection where the physical is representation of the energetic. So the physical manifests as a result of the energies coming into one. And so this is a process of going through that to be able to hold that one energetic field of consciousness, which is the union of the masculine and the feminine. So you're no longer going to be just split into polarity where you're the feminine doing your thing here and you have your masculine over here. You're merging the fields, you're merging the energies back into one, because that's this process. It's an energetic merging, and it builds over the course of this journey. That's why you have to be able to hold this field of consciousness. You have to be able to hold the unity field. And so what happens is that your soul will take you through a process of being able to hold that. So you come together energetically with your twin at times, at points on this journey, you come together energetically, and then you move apart. You're in that separation again, because you're learning to hold the one energy field. And the separation is very painful. The separation is, what causes us that pain, because it's an energetic separation that we feel first and foremost. It's the energetic separation that we're feeling, the separation of your other half, because the oneness is the oneness of masculine and feminine that we're learning, that we're longing for. And so we're collapsing that energetic separation. We're no longer going to be feeling that energetic separation when we've come into the oneness of the soul. When we feel that oneness of the soul, you're feeling your masculine or your feminine inside of you. Your chakras will merge as one. Before that happens, we're going through the process of being able to actually hold that, because then you're in that oneness. You're no longer separated in polarity anymore. And so you stabilize in the union, in that energetic oneness. And so that's what you're learning to hold. This is what this journey is really about, is learning to come back into alchemical oneness with your soul. Before that happens, we are going through our individual process of coming into inner union, so that you don't have duality that's that's keeping you away from your twin. Because see, that duality, that separation is within you, within your twin. So as that wall collapses, that separation wall collapses, you're coming back into oneness. The soul then can merge as one. And so this is what we're building on this journey. This is what you are coming back to. You're collapsing that internal separation, that internal duality. And so at the beginning of the journey, we're very focused on the mind, and a lot of divine feminines are having a hard time from, really being in the mind and then trying to come back to the soul. Because when you're in the mind, that is the duality, that is the separation. When you've collapsed that separation, that duality, when you're in that oneness of your soul, you're no longer in the mind or the ego or trying to figure out this journey, because you already are embodied in soul. You're already in union. So you don't need the mind. The mind has no role to play in the higher consciousness, because it's the heart and the soul that's leading your journey from then, that's leading your life. You're no longer needing the mind really to figure anything out, because the mind isn't, the soul is a higher intelligence than the mind. And so you're learning to embody and live from the soul. And the union is really, when you come into that union, you don't need to use your mind, because you're already in union. You feel it within yourself. You feel it within you, strong. You don't need the mind. The mind is quiet because you're in union. So you don't need the mind to try to figure out this process. So we're collapsing the mind as well. We're not going to be in this place of trying to figure it out and using the mind to navigate the journey, figure out the 3D, focus on the 3D. We're focusing on really internally, and we're allowing the heart and the soul to lead this process, and to come back to that, to come back into the feeling rather than the logical and the thinking. And so what you need to understand is that this process is all happening and it's led by the soul. The soul is trying to merge back into one. And in order to do that, we have to collapse the internal separation first. This is what this journey is taking you through. And then to be able to come into one energetic field of consciousness, to be able to unify masculine and feminine as a one. And this is happening gradually. First, you're unifying that within yourself and through the inner union, and you're also merging with your counterpart into the oneness. And that's when you're no longer individually going to be, separated. You're not going to be feminine, just the feminine. You're going to be in oneness with your masculine as well. You're going to be in that one field. So you're going to feel your masculine within you. So you're not just going to be the feminine, you're going to be the masculine as well, because you're going to feel your masculine, your other half of your consciousness. And this is really the divine union. You're learning to hold that field. You're learning to hold that energy of the oneness. And so it's very different when you're at the beginning of the journey, you're just split into polarity. You're the feminine here, the masculine's over here. When you're coming into union, these fields of energy start to come into one, and you have to be able to hold this. And that's a preparation your soul is taking you through on this journey as well, to be able to hold the energy of union. If you need more help and support on this journey, you can join the Patreon. I have my courses, private coaching, and soon my inner union course, which will help you as well to come into your soul alignment and inner union. I send you so much love, and I will connect with you soon.